All right. It's preparing. I'm just going to check on Facebook.
All right.
Okay.
Looks like we're streaming.
Yes, we are. We're live. All right. Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Tea Time Tuesday. It's always a pleasure to see you here. And I am just so excited to bring these amazing conversations with these incredible humans who are doing beautiful work in the world, shining their light, helping others to grow, to evolve, and to step into their gifts. And I have a really wonderful, wonderful guest today. Her name is Rachel Cooley, and she is an angel certification trainer, angel therapy practitioner, and spiritual mentor who helps women reconnect with their divine guidance and angelic support so they can thrive on a whole new level in life. I'm super excited. I know you've been doing this for a long time. So Rachel has actually been doing this for about 22 years. She's been supporting women who desire divine blessings in their lives, as well as emerging healers, intuitives, and light workers ready to thrive in their purpose-driven business. Oh my goodness, I love that so much.
Yes, good. So great.
Well, welcome, Rachel. It's so awesome to have you here. I know I just gave your whole bio, but if you could tell us just a little bit more about yourself, I would love to hear that. And then how you got into this work.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much. So first off, I want to thank you, Melissa, for having me on your Tea Time show today. I'm so happy to be here. I've got my tea by my side. It's still steeping. Yes. Oh, here, let me show you mine. I got my beautiful floral cup.
Oh, that's awesome.
Thank you. So, what I would share about myself is that I have been on this journey. It's actually 23 years this fall. That's my 23 years for my first certification. And how I got started on this path, Melissa, was that I was on my path of spirituality that I was introduced to by my mother, which I'm very grateful for. She introduced me to spirituality. I knew she was doing spiritual things when I was in my late teens, but it was more in my early 20s that I got more interested in what she was up to. And she started sharing with me spiritual teaching she was learning. And I started going to spiritual talks with her. And then I started to take off on my own spiritual path, thanks to my mom. And, you know, I went to spiritual talks with her, and I went with some other friends, and we went to Marianne Williamson and Wayne Dyer. And we heard Deepak Chopra speak and numerous other speakers as well. And on my path, I just kept going down the doors that were opening for me. And it was interesting, along that path, I started being gifted angel books from friends. So like my first angel books and my first angel cards were gifted to me. Isn't that amazing?
I love that. And I've heard actually that like with Oracle and angel cards, that if they're gifted to you, it's better, right? Like that's actually like what's meant to happen. That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's sweet. It's sweet. And then I started buying, then as I went down my path, and in 99 in particular, my first year that I really went down my path of the angels and got my first certification, then I was buying my angel books. So I was like, I'm on this path. It's not just a precarious book here and there. It's like the angels kept opening doors for me, and I walked through them, and I just knew this is a path for me. And that's a story within itself right there. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Yes. I love that so much. What would you say was like the biggest shift that happened for you when you embraced like the angels and their support?
Yes, that's a great question. So the biggest shift that happened for me was that I had angelic tools in which to deal with fears, stress, and worries. That was the first thing, and I really wanted help with the angels. Was I grew up with, worry. I think a lot of us grew up with some worries. I guess I would say I'm in my second or third generation, but basically my grandparents survived the Armenian genocide in the early 1900s in Turkey. Wow. And thus I'm just talking about a theme of fear in the family. And then my mom got passed down to that. And then I got passed down that, just the tendency to worry and stress. And I think a lot of us do from all sorts of cultures around the world. But I wanted relief from these fears, stress, and worries and the origins of that trauma, right? I mean, that's like the deeper rooted, that's the whole other spiritual path right there, to heal ancestral trauma. but I felt relief from stress, fears, and ruminating thoughts that were not serving me with the angels. I learned techniques in which to literally hand my fears and worries over to them, and so much more. And that brought me peace. It brought me more grounding, and it helped me to be even more on purpose. So that was like the number one area that I loved getting help with. Isn't that great right there?
How great is that? And who doesn't need that, right? I think if we're human beings, right, like with
We get
a
worried.
pulse, like there's at least some worry in your
There's
life,
at least
right?
some
Like,
worry, exactly, especially in our culture, I feel, you
yeah.
know. But then again, there's a lot happening in the world. But you're right, it is. We have a pulse, we tend to worry. It's a great analogy. It's a great analogy. So the angels are incredible at that and helping us to relieve specific worries and stresses, like regarding relationships, regarding any miscommunications or arguments. They can also help us to find our perfect partner. Like, you know, if we're looking for our life partner, they can help us to find what we're looking for. And ultimately, they help us in all these areas, Melissa, because their number one purpose is to bring more peace to earth, one person at a time.
Oh, that's so beautiful. I love that.
Isn't it?
So I'm curious. I know there's a lot, like we're not gonna get into like tons and tons of content here, but I really just want like, like a basic, because if let's say someone's tuning in and they're like, well, obviously I've heard of angels, but I don't really know all that much about them, right? Like, because I know like there's a lot of different types of angels, and what you were just saying about, like the specific areas of life, like, can you share with us, are there angels that are specific to different things and that we can call upon a specific angel to help us with like let's say finding your partner or abundance or so can you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So I'll start out with, who are the angels? So the angels are the loving, unconditionally loving messengers of God. They are the messengers of God, and they help all of us, no matter what path we're on, whether it's a religious path or a spiritual path. They are non-denominational. They help everybody. They have no time and space restrictions, so they can be everywhere simultaneously, such as Archangel Michael, a specific angel in particular for protection and releasement of fears and worries and stress. Archangel Michael is incredibly powerful. He's also known as Saint Michael in the Catholic Church and in many other religions around the world. And he's super potent and powerful. And for example, you could call upon Michael to relieve you from fears and worries, and he can be helping multiple people, multiple countries all at once. It's incredible. So we have the angels, we have the archangels, which I just mentioned, Archangel Michael, and the archangels are the chief messengers of God. So they're even more powerful than the angels. And they, in a sense, manage, quote unquote, the guardian angels. That's another realm. We all have our own personal guardian angels that are with us in our lives. We all have two or more that are with us throughout our entire lives, whether or not we're aware of them. They've always been there, which is incredible to know that you have angels with you. So if you want to start enlisting your angels, I invite you to give them permission to help you. Because that's essential, because we have free will, Melissa. So we need to exercise our choice to ask for help.
Yeah, I love that you said that, because that's one of the biggest things I think that people don't realize, right? It's that like angels, they want to help so badly, but they can't decide on their own, right? You have to ask, you have to be willing, like you have to say, please help me. Because otherwise they're like, well, I don't know, because you have free will. I can't like
free will.
So
exactly. I do want to note that there's one exception to free will. And that if for any reason we're in a life-threatening situation, that's not our time, they will intervene in that case, which I have experienced in my life. Driving with my mom on a road in the winter that suddenly turned to black ice.
Wow.
And I lost control of the vehicle. And in my sheer panic, I braked. I know you're not supposed to brake, but I didn't. I was scared. And I heard this is a moment in which I didn't ask for help, but I was saved. So what happened was I had a calm feeling come over my body as I am braking on Highway 5 in California, very mountainous passes. And I heard an angelic voice. I had a calm feeling, and I heard an angelic voice in my left ear. And she said, get your foot off the brake. Isn't that amazing? And I briefly
Wow.
it was
I just got chills.
You got chills? I get chills too thinking about it.
Wow.
It was amazing, Melissa. And it was like this calm feeling. And she was so directive and calm. And then I thought, what? And it was like time was totally slowed down. And she said, get your foot off the brake. So I listened. I got my foot off the brake, and thankfully, and it was a miracle, I didn't bump any other cars, but we basically gracefully went from like 2 lanes over to the left, to the right, into the side of the road, into a snowbank. And we were perfectly safe. It was a total miracle. So that's an example of a life-saving event with the angels.
Oh my goodness, that's so beautiful. I seriously got like head to toe chills. I love
it.
It.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
and it was like the next year that I really went on my path of the angels. That was in 98, and 99 was my year.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
The doors just kept opening.
That's beautiful.
Beautiful.
I love it. Yeah, so what else, like what are some things that angels can support us with?
Yes, I wanted to share with you about that, because you talked about abundance. That is an area in which the angels can help us with. And there is an archangel who is the archangel of abundance, and her name is Ariel. I love your mug. It's Ariel. Archangel Ariel is the archangel of abundance. And there also happen to be abundance angels as well that you could call upon to help you with more supply and abundance as you're in service in the world. So they can help us with abundance. They can help us with relationships. They can help us to have clear communication in relationships as well, or to have more confidence in speaking. Like we're on a virtual stage right now, so we can invite Archangel Gabriel, the archangel of clear communication and messengers, to be with us.
Beautiful.
Right?
Beautiful.
And for soulmate, you talked about soulmate, Archangel Shamuel. I know I'm saying lots of different angels' names, but Shamuel is the archangel who can help us to find what we're looking for in general, but also to help us to find our soulmate, to find our partner. Yes.
Beautiful. I just wanted to point out, because obviously you're somebody I can say this to, like it's 11:11 my time right now, and I hadn't checked the time yet, like at all, and then suddenly I looked, I'm like yeah, so I thought actually, well, hey, that's kind of a perfect like segue, like because I wanted to ask you about angel numbers. I know that's something that people are very curious about, and when you kind of start your spiritual path, you start to notice recurring numbers. So can you tell us a little bit more about them for anyone that's curious about that?
Sure. So angel numbers are one of the ways that the angels bring us signs. They bring us signs in the visual, physical world through numbers, such as the 111s. So you were just noticing in your time zone, 111, right? And so those signify, pay attention to your thoughts in angel numbers. And that is, so if you essentially, when you see those ones, are you thinking positively? If you are, keep it up. If you're thinking negatively for any reason, which is easy to do that being in a human body, right? We tend to go to the negative a lot, but the angels help us to turn it to positive. So then it's basically, that message is, if you're thinking negatively, turn your thoughts to positive and focus upon what you want. And there's other numbers that they bring us. The 4s are significant of the angels when we see those 4s. And the places we find the numbers, Melissa, it could be on a digital clock, whether it's on your phone, on your computer, like you just noticed, or a digital alarm clock, or it could be on a receipt you get in the store, or so many places that the numbers come up on license plates.
I was gonna say, I always see them on license plates. It's like, you know, I'll be driving and suddenly I'll notice, it'll be like, oh, I saw 888 yesterday, which was interesting. That's not one I see often, but I was like, oh, that's cool.
Infinite abundance, right? It's the infinity sign with the 8, never ending.
And it's beautiful because I've been doing some abundance work. So I was like, oh, that's cool.
That's so awesome. I love it. I love it.
Can you tell us what 444 means?
Sure. It means that the angels are extra strongly present with you. So they're always with you, but it's like they're extra strongly present with you, but also it's a sign of, remember to ask your angels for help. That they're with you. Remember to ask for their help. And I want to note this as well, Melissa, we can't ask for their help too often. They have no
Yeah.
time and space restrictions. They're not counting. Oh, she already asked me 4 times a day. I don't know. No, they're unlimited. They want to help us to have peace. And during these intense times that we're in, they want to help us even more.
See, I think people need to hear that, because I know that I will raise my hand. Like, I have felt like that too, where I'm like, I don't want to ask too much. I don't want to ask too often. Like, I'm like, I'm going to wait until there's like a really like, and it's like, no. So no, I love that you said that. Because I do feel like sometimes we need that permission, or to feel like it's okay. Like, I was explaining this to a friend of mine who, is just kind of starting to like learn about angels, or kind of coming into his awareness. And and I was like, no, like, they want to help you. It's not, you're not inconveniencing them. That's their purpose,
Exactly. You're not inconveniencing them. And they have no egos. They're not judging us. Right? We have to remember that. They're not keeping score.
That's huge.
And isn't it? And I want to note as well, I'm being guided to say this, we are worthy. We are worthy of asking for their help. We're worthy of receiving their support. We're worthy. And then some. We're divine children of God in a sense, right? We are, and we are sent to earth with angels, and they want to help us. They want to help make our lives better. They want to help us to be more on purpose, because you know what, Melissa, when we're more at peace, we're more able to be focused, and we're more able to be on purpose, doing what we're meant to do in this world, no matter what that looks like, whether we're an entrepreneur or we're working a 9-to-5 job, whether it's in an office or virtually, it doesn't matter. They're here to help all of us. Or if we're a stay-at-home mom, it doesn't matter. They want to help us all be on purpose.
I love that so much. And I just want to reiterate that for those of you who are watching, like, you are worthy, right? Like, you are absolutely 100% worthy and deserving, and they want to help you. That is their purpose. I just love that so much. Thank you for that. I was like, yes, I need to. And I'm curious. So for anyone who maybe like, this is very new to them, and they're very, they want to learn and they want to do it, but let's say like, they're going through a tough time, and it's like, well, yeah, but I don't know, like, I don't know if they're around me. I can't feel them. I can't hear them. I can't understand their messages, like, so what is like one simple thing that they can do to start to connect to the angels? Like, what's like one tip?
I love it. That's great. So I would say the one tip is going back to ask for their help and ask them to give you signs and messages that you will recognize and be unattached to how they do that.
Yes.
Right. We're not going to be like, okay, in this way, at this day, of this time, I want you to bring me a message. No, just angels, please give me a message that I will understand. And also, Melissa, when they really want to give us a message, they will repeat it. Divine guidance is repetitive. Right?
I love that.
So if you're noticing a theme happening, pay attention.
Yeah. I'm curious, actually, now that you said that, because I have heard multiple times, like, ask for specific signs. So like, when I was very, like, I don't know, it was a few years ago, I went to this workshop, and she told us to like ask for a specific sign. So, I asked for like a dragonfly, and actually it's beautiful, because I do notice that I see dragonflies a lot when like there's moments where I need, support. But I'm curious about that though. Do you feel like that's a good idea to ask for a specific sign, or maybe just leave it open to like, okay, a sign that I'll recognize? Like, what would
that's
you
a really good question. I really feel like both will work, that both are powerful. I like leaving it open, but at the same time, I think it's pretty cool, because I have heard numerous people and spiritual teachers, including Gabrielle Bernstein and you just now, talking about asking for a specific sign in a specific way to let people know that they're on the right path, and then that light appears however it's meant to appear. So you can approach it both ways. So you can even experiment.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And say, angels, please give me a sign through a dragonfly.
Mm,
Or angels, please give me a sign that I'll recognize and I'm open to what that is.
yeah,
And they
yeah.
will make sure they're very creative in how they bring us messages. One of the ways that they give us signs that they really are by our sides, that they're really hearing our prayers so they can answer them, right, is that we can start finding feathers.
Yes.
Feathers is symbolic of the angels.
And
Yes.
is there a particular color feather, or is it just any feather?
It's any feather,
Yeah.
any color. I mean, it could be that you have a significant color that means something to you, but at the same time, be open to what they are, how they appear. Yes, they're from birds, but oftentimes it's amazing how they appear.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the timing. I did an interview with Jill Stein last week, and she was talking about how she was asking for a sign if this was the right time for her to teach a particular class. And she was on a walk with her dog, and in that moment, she looked down and she found a feather with her thought right there of, should I do this? And she saw the feather, and she's like, okay, that's my confirmation immediately to go for it.
I love that so much. What I thought of as well, like I've had these really beautiful moments, but like one of my best friends passed away like a few years ago, but he loved blue jays. Like that was like his favorite bird, and he always talked about it, and he said that was like his spirit animal, right?
Oh.
And yeah, it was so beautiful. I'm like gonna get tears in my eyes, but a little after he passed, so I don't know, it was maybe like a month after he passed, I was thinking about him, right? And I was just like, just really like sending him love and gratitude, and like, I hope that you're, doing well, right? Like that kind of, and I'm walking, and this is not a common bird that you see, and I see a blue jay feather. Like literally it was like this blue, like beautiful feather, just like
That's amazing.
and I was like, oh. So it was really beautiful. I was like, whoa, okay.
That is so cool, Melissa. What a beautiful way that he let you know that he's okay and that he's with you.
Yeah, I love it.
Absolutely.
So Rachel, I know you have something awesome that you're offering. I want to ask you, so would it be all right if we did a prayer together, like for the angels? So let's do that right at the end before we go. Before that, I just wanted to ask you, because I know that you have an awesome free offering for people, and that you're doing something really cool next week. So yeah, go ahead and share with us what your event is all about. I would love to know.
Awesome, Melissa. Thank you so much for the opportunity to share about my free event. So it's a free 4-day angelic support series designed for women on their spiritual paths, soulpreneurs, emerging healers, intuitives, body workers, whether you're established or just beginning. And it's called 3 Angelic Keys to Confidently Embrace and Share Your Healing Gifts. Super excited about it. Isn't it? I love my title. I was like, Holy Divinely Guided title. Help us to confidently embrace and share our healing gifts. Because a lot of times we're holding back and moving forward on our path, Melissa, and the angels want to help us. So I was guided to create this series, and it's going to be, again, next week. It's the 30th through the 2nd, and it's at noon Pacific. So that's going to be 2 p.m. Central. It's happening in my Angel Sisterhood for Divinely Thriving Women. We do have a link that I gave you in the chat. Is it possible we can pop that to them?
Let me go ahead and do that.
That would be awesome. So whether you're live or on the replay, ladies, you can tap into that and you can opt in to join us. That would be awesome. The first day 1, the focus is on develop deep trust in your gifts and your path. So we're going to be really tapping and developing that deep trust and certainty with the angels. The second day is on receiving clear divine guidance along the lines of what we've been talking about today, Melissa, but even more deeper. And we're going to also, on the third day, the theme is to activate your divine birthright blessings. We all are sent to earth with these blessings, and we are going to reclaim them for you and activate them. Isn't that exciting?
Oh my goodness, I am there.
You are there. You're like, I'm there. Register.
I'm like, yes.
That would be so
Oh,
cool.
yes. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Like
and let me share.
seriously.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. And the fourth day is bringing everything together, and it is step onto your divinely supported path with the angels. So this is what we're doing together in sisterhood. I'm going to be hosting it on my in my Facebook group, Angel Sisterhood for Divinely Thriving Women. So we're going to be there. And also I'm going to have a Zoom access. So you can either join on Zoom or Facebook. And so we're going to be in sisterhood together with the angels, amplifying and helping you to step out onto your path even more.
Beautiful.
Bringing your gifts that are so needed.
So needed. And so is like the work you're doing. I love it so much. And you know, as a fellow healer and intuitive, like I 100% like know how important this work is, and how if we can really step into that divine guidance, right, we not only can we thrive more, but I think there is this unfortunate like phenomenon of like loneliness and just like feeling really alone, right? Like a lot of people, especially when we're on this path and we're, you know, putting ourselves out there boldly, courageously, sometimes it's really scary. And sometimes, you know, like you said, those worries, the ruminating thoughts, all of those things come up. And then also we feel alone, right?
Yes.
And one of the biggest things that I think is so important about this work is that you really come to learn and know with every fiber of your being that you are not alone, and that you are always guided and always supported. And I think that's just what makes this so beautiful, because you get to have, you know, partners and guides on the journey who are really there supporting you all the time, and they want to support you. And I just that's so beautiful.
Isn't it? It's so true. It's like, so just imagine that you've got this team around you that is always with you, always accessible. So this is your invitation today to invite them to help you more, right? And to help you to have more confidence and courage to not feel alone. We're not meant to do life alone, Melissa. I think that that's an important thing, right? We're not meant to do it alone. In addition to like the people in our lives, we have an angelic team with us, supporting us, and the other guides that are with us, our spirit guides. You know, these could be dear family members on the other side that are cheering us on as well. Yeah.
Beautiful. Oh, I love it. I am so excited for your event next week. I would tell you, I'm like, yes.
Yes, join us. We'd love to have you. It'd be so cool.
Oh, I will definitely be there, and I hope that, you know, all of you will join us as well.
Yes, join us. And I'm just curious, do we have anyone watching that have any questions or anything?
Yeah, so I was literally just gonna say that we do have a couple people watching.
Awesome.
And this is just an invitation to those of you who are on live with us to ask your questions.
Yes,
as you can see, Rachel's a wonderful wealth of knowledge, and she just, yeah, has so much to share. So let us know if you do have any questions.
Yes. And while we're looking to see if there's any questions, I just want to share, Melissa, that I am, as you can tell, so passionate about the angels. And the number one reason I am just so passionate about them is they have helped me in my life in so many ways. And I've received so many blessings that I am just so fully on purpose to like help other women and people in general. But I narrowed in more on women, especially women on the spiritual paths that are, you know, healers, intuitives, you know, to help them have more courage and confidence to do what they do. And also part of how I do this is through my angel certification program that I have as well. Yes. So I just love being on purpose and just passing on the love, and the ripples that go out are really incredible.
Yeah. No, yes. I love that so much. So it doesn't look like we have questions.
Okay, that's fine. So good.
If anybody is, if anyone's watching the replay, please, you know, do the hashtag replay and ask your questions. We can always come back and answer them. And yeah, I would love to, I'm so excited for this, like to do this prayer with you to kind
Yes.
of wrap up our time, because I feel like that's just going to be so magical. So
Yes.
take it away.
All right, I'm going to take it away. So what we're going to do is, Melissa, we're going to call on the angels to be with us throughout this day and the rest of this week.
Wonderful.
Okay. So we're going to go into an experience, a brief but powerful experience. So let's take in a deep breath in, gently exhaling out as we land into this beautiful moment, this timeless moment. And as we continue to breathe in and out, we invite the dear guardian angels of each one of us to gather and extra strongly present with us right here and right now, no matter when we're listening to this. We thank you so much, dear angels, for each one of us, for gathering around us right here and right now, and for enveloping us in your unconditionally loving white lights. Thank you, dear God, for being with us as well. Dear guardian angels, dear archangels, as we invite our guardian angels to unfold us in their white light, beaming it down from the top of our heads, rippling it out throughout our bodies to the tips of our fingers, to the tips of our toes, with their magnificent white light. And as you continue to breathe in and out, dear sisters, dear ones, allowing their light, their love, and their blessings to bless you in this moment, to bless you throughout this day, throughout this week and beyond. And let's do some clearing breaths. We'll do 4 clearing breaths with them. Breathing in their light, exhaling out stress on any level. And as we're doing this clearing, they are literally energetically clearing us as we allow them to. Breathing in at 2. Exhaling out worries on any level, and any particular worries that are on your mind, I invite you to exhale them out, letting them go one by one. Because as we allow the angels to take these fears and take these worries from us, sisters, they bring in divine solutions, divine resolutions, helping everything to fall into place perfectly. It's, in a sense, it's symbolically, literally handing over these worries and these situations to them. At 3, breathing in again, exhaling out, letting go of anything else that is not serving you, including any other worry, concern, or fear. Letting that go. And let's do one more powerful clearing breath at 4, breathing in, divine angelic light, divine resolution, and perfect divine timing, and exhaling out any and all other energies that are not serving us. Thank you so much, dear angels of each one of us, for taking all of our worries up to the divine, up to God, to the light, for cleansing, for purification, and for transmutation. And thank you for unfolding us as you return by our sides, as they're very quick, with your white light, enveloping us in a light of your castle moat energy that acts like a protective barrier that's enveloping us today, so that any energies that come towards us that are not of love are sent back with love. We thank you so much, dear angels, and we thank you, archangels, for being by our sides. And thank you, Archangel Michael, for beaming down your purple light around us as well, adding extra protection for us throughout this day, throughout this week, and beyond. And we are so grateful. Let's add in one more pink light from Ariel, Archangel of Abundance and Supply, enveloping us in her pink lights. And we are so grateful. May all the blessings we've all just received not only bless us here in this moment, but may these blessings continue for us throughout today, this week, and beyond. And may all these blessings ripple out to bless everyone in our lives, our family, our friends, our clients, our coworkers, whoever they are. And may these blessings ripple out beyond all these people to bless all sentient beings here on this earth and beyond. And so it all is. Amen.
Amen.
Yes. And we'll do a lot more of that during my free angelic support event next week.
Oh my goodness. That was
join us.
Beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad.
Yeah, I have tingling and warmth and just all of this. Like, oh, it's amazing.
Isn't it so good?
So good.
We can have relief. And it
So
really doesn't
good.
take that long, Melissa. We just experienced it, right?
Mm.
And even if you don't know exactly what to say, well, you can replay this interview. 1, 2, thank you, angels, for clearing my energy right now. Breathing in and out and allowing them to do that.
Yeah. It really is just asking, and I think listening to your intuition too, is so like you don't have to memorize all these different prayers, like just what comes to you.
Exactly.
Like I wanted to share, I forgot to share this
Please
earlier.
do. Let's hear it.
So a couple weeks ago, I had this, like, I do this VIP immersion healing with my clients. It's like a full day.
Nice.
And I was not in the best state because, like, I was supporting like someone who just, you know, it's been a lot, but like that day I was so depleted and exhausted, and I was feeling like, oh my God, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. And I'm like, I can't move it though. Like this is, so I just sat, I did some breathing, and I asked the angels, and I didn't even call upon like a specific angel. I just said, angels, guides, like, thank you so much for being here with me, for helping me to show up in the best energy possible, and for supporting my client in the best way possible. And I just said, oh, and then I also felt called to say, please work through me. And that was the best session like I have ever done.
That is awesome.
It was amazing. I was like,
Yes. That is a great story. I love it. And then just keep it up, ask them for every time, right? Isn't that powerful? But I love it. They transmuted that, like, I don't think I can do it energy, and I'm so exhausted, and they transformed you.
Yeah. Completely. Yeah. I showed up, like it was amazing. And she said it was such an incredible session, and she got so much out of it. And I was like, wow, it wasn't even me. I'm like, I feel like
we're a channel. We're like a medium. We're like a conduit to bring through the divine energy.
Yeah.
Right. And that's part of what I was sharing, Melissa. We're not meant to do this alone.
Absolutely.
We're meant to do this in co-creation with the divine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whether it's
I 100% agree.
Guides. Exactly. What would say that again? What'd you say?
Oh, I was just saying I 100% agree. Like we're not, we're meant to co-create, and that's what makes it so much more powerful, right? It's like we have these gifts, but when we allow that divine guidance to support us, it becomes even more powerful and magnified. And I love it. So Rachel, thank you so much for being here today, for sharing your light and your gifts with us. And I can't wait for your training next week. I'm so excited.
Awesome, Melissa. I'm so excited that you're so excited. Yes, I'm really looking forward to it. The energy's building for it.
Lots of love. And thank you so much. Those of you who tuned in, thank you for watching, being here with us. Do put your questions in the comments. We will come back and answer them for you, and hope to see you at the training next week.
Yay.
All right. Stay curious. Keep connecting. Lots of love.